what, November 16th? Today is November 16th, 2021. This message is to you, Gracie. And these are not going out on anything. They're not on any social media platforms. I'm so tired of how the system has screwed everything up. However, I want you to know something. I have never given up on you. Gracie, I have not tried to contact you because I'm not allowed to. I know right now you're being told all kinds of things by your mom. I also know that this is the first year that you're in senior high school. And I want you to know right now, no matter what happens, no whatever goes on, I've always been proud of you. You've never been abused with me. You've never been neglected with me. I am sorry what your mother is putting you through. And I know that a lot of it they're trying to say, oh, it was me, I did it. When actually, no, I didn't. I didn't go and meet somebody in a prison and put a guy that committed murder above you or anybody else. You know, the only thing I kept doing was I kept journals, I kept notes. I know you probably didn't always understand why I made sure to video and record everything. And the reason why I did is because your mom, the entire time, was telling people that we weren't doing anything together. And that's what she was also telling you. And the videos can prove everything that you were taught by your mother was a lie, because we did everything from horses. We got along with people. I made sure to let you know every single day I loved you. I have never called you fat or ugly. I have never been disappointed in you. I have never been mad at you. You know, and when a lot of the stuff I heard, I know your mom was telling you to say it. And I know she was doing it because she did not want me finding out about Benny. I know that she didn't want me finding out about Tim or about Derek or about all these other guys she was dating. You were too young to even know who they were. But the thing about it is, she had you around guys that did bad things. Nobody that I've ever had you around has ever done anything bad to you. I've never been scared of to have you around my friends and family. No one's ever touched you. No one's ever been mad at you. No one's ever hated you. No one's ever... I never allowed anybody to talk bad about your mom either, because it's still your mom and I know you love her. But on the other hand, I can't I've searched everything in my heart and my soul and everything else. I can't forgive her for this one. She took almost 2 years away. It's going to be 2 years here pretty soon of me being able to spend time with you. She took 2 years away. And the reason why I started all this stuff, the reason why the videos and everything else, is because the system doesn't work for dads. The system is flawed. It's flawed because they think that all guys are bad when a lot of the mothers are bad too. I can't help that your uncles and your cousins stuff are heavy into drugs. I tried my best to keep you away from that. But because I didn't want to take you away from your mom, because I knew it's your mom, because I do have a fear, because my mom was taken from me due to cancer, I chose to actually stay in your life and protect you from it. Because I couldn't take you out of it, I chose to embed myself in it and to make sure to be an example for you at all times. Gracie, I know you're never going to understand all this until one day when you're old enough and you look back and be like, wait a minute. The things that you were told are different than the things that you witnessed. The things that you were told to say are different than what really happened. And I'm sorry that your mom and your family members did that, because they were protecting... They thought it was more important to protect the men and women in their lives that were really bad people than to keep you safe. And for somebody to do that, I can't forgive her for that right now. I don't know if I can ever forgive her for it. You may be able to, because it's your mom, it's easy. But she took you away from me, trying to say some of the most horrific things, using a order of protection that she wrote, and then said that you wrote it all. And then the officer said that you wrote it and you did not write it. You even said at the Child Advocacy Center that you never wrote any of it. Now, I know as a kid, we always get mad because we don't get the things we want all the time. I get that. I'm not made of money. But a lot of the stuff I did, I made sure to always be able to provide for you. I was never late dropping you off or picking you up, and I always wanted to spend time with you. At no time was there any perversions or anything bad whatsoever. And I know right now, that's what they want to convince everybody of. But the ones that want to convince is your mom. She wants to convince it because she allowed Benny to come back. And the whole reason why the videos were done in the first place was because Benny was doing bad things. And so was Tim Pool. And so was Derek Morrison. And so was John Fedler. Men that you probably don't even know because you were so young. But guess what? I made sure to record everything. But I also made sure to have journal entries on everything. I made sure to document everything. I made sure to have everything. And I didn't just do one or two. I made sure to always have recordings of everything we did together. Nothing was bad, nothing was perverted, nothing was out of the ordinary. You were never subjected to anything criminal or anything else like that. But I did put them on hard drives, external hard drives, and I did keep them in my bank box. And you know, I don't have anything to lie about. I was scared because your mom would have random guys come over in the middle of the night. How do I know this? Because that's what she started out doing with me. And then basically she started lying about me being in front of the houses and stuff in the middle. I'm like, what? That didn't make sense because I've never been over, which reminded me it's because if I could prove that somebody was going in and out the back door, in other words, she was having men come in and out. And the thing about it is they were in the same bed with you at the same time. And it was one of the most gross displays of, you know, a parent could do. And she had people lie. She doesn't mind people lie. She's having you lie. And it's funny, I've learned a long time ago that somebody that doesn't care about lying, they don't care if they have others lie, that means they're able and capable of anything just to do and get the things they want. And that's not how I raised you. That's not how I've ever loved or cared about you. I always wanted you to understand that you have to get along with people. You have to, you know, put yourself out there and, you know, work alongside with people. You know, hard work pays off. I put you in the garden because you loved it as a kid. As you got older, of course, you're not going to like doing stuff in it. That's okay. It's your garden. But I still wanted to get stuff done in there because I wanted to get the roses and stuff planted. You know, you never had a problem with it until all of a sudden your mom had a problem with it. You've never had a depression problem until your mom told you you had a depression problem. You and I have never had issues. And if we did, you never told me about them. You never showed it. The very last times we got together, you had some issues. And I do know about the two boys at high school or at junior high. I know about the kid in Arizona. I know that your mom wasn't paying attention to you. But one of the things I always have. It's killed me inside every day. And I keep thinking, what could I have done different? Nothing. Because if I would have done it, your mom, I don't know what would have happened to you. Your mom dated a guy. Your mom married a guy knowing he killed another person. And I started looking about me and how bad I must have been when I first met your mom. You know what happened when I first met your mom? I'll tell you. I owned a nightclub. And she, for some reason, you know, she was okay with all the rumors and gossips as long as that she could be in that center of attention. I even, you know, when I found out that she tried to drink underage, I had her kicked out. Now, was I there that night? No. But they called me up and I was like, no, you need to ask them all to leave. She knew better because it could get me in trouble. This was before you were even thought of. I enjoyed your mom. She came after work. She'd come in before work and we talked. We had a good time. And I don't mean anything sexual. I'm just talking about we talked all the time. I enjoyed it. You know why? Because I lived in the entertainment business. That was what I did for years. But I didn't mean to get in the entertainment business. It was not something that I wanted to do. It was something I did because I wanted to build loft apartments. I wanted to flip houses. I wanted to do stuff that's part of history and that I could actually have a hands-on approach. You know why? Because I was never good with history until I actually had a hands-on approach with it. And so I created one of the nation's best nightclubs and bars that still have not been beat to this day because it was a necessity to raise money, but I wasn't planning on all the problems. And I just want you to know, Gracie, this is not your fight. This is not your battle. And I know there's going to be a lot of head games coming up because, like I said, there's a lot of people trying to protect themselves. I don't have to. I kept records and documents of everything. And I know they want to put me in jail for the rest of my life because of the false accusations. I never did anything perverted. I never had any sexual intentions of anything. I did it because your mom didn't know how to stay away from people that put you in danger. But I want you to know none of it is your fault. How could it be? You were too young. It's not your responsibility. My friends love you to death. My family loves you to death. Every single person in my family knows you. And your mom didn't start this until your grandma was gone, because even your grandma knew there was a limit. There was a time to stop, because she kept going. But your mom wanted Benny so bad, she put my head on the chopping block. And what happened to Benny? He got shot 9 times in the head. He was assassinated. Because, well, he was a bad person. Simple as that. If your mom never made it her intention of getting Benny back, he'd still be alive today. But because she puts herself above everybody else, I'm sorry, Gracie, she put herself above you, and I cannot forgive her for that. And I don't care what goes on or anything else. I want you to always know you've always been loved by me. You've been loved by your grandpa Jansen. You've been loved by your Aunt Ann, Uncle T. You've been loved by family and friends. And we all miss you. But we've never given up on you. But I have to do the responsible thing. And I can't do anything. And I haven't. Even though your mom has tried to accuse me, I really haven't. Believe it or not, I'm a lot smarter than what your mom thinks. Jen has live stuff going on all the time. I would never need to send a friend to tape record anything. I don't care what you think or say. Anyway, I got to get going. I got a live feed I got to do tonight, Gracie. I love you very much, sweetheart. I really do.